Hi, my name is Karyn King, and I'm a licensed professional counselor. In this space, we are exploring the integration of theology, psychology, and neuropsych. And we're using these to help us look at how we show up, why we show up that way, and then some things that we can do that can help us to get different or more positive outcomes. So there will be a new teaching every week on Wednesday at 12. So tune in. Also, there will be a worksheet that's attached in the description box that can help you process a little bit more after we do this teaching today. So this is not a replacement for therapy. It's just insight for you to see what the work looks like, to do the internal work to get the outcomes, to walk in healing and in alignment in your life. So this week, we're going to look at what is trauma. I know a lot of people think that it is a near-death experience. It is war. Those are like the extreme cases. But trauma, the way that I describe it, is that it's too much happening, too soon, and too fast. And it makes you feel helpless, hopeless, powerless, or trapped. And when those feelings show up, your brain is designed and wired for survival. So when you are feeling helpless, hopeless, powerless, or trapped, you're not trying to find joy and peace. You're trying to survive. You're wanting to exit stage left. So that exit stage left then becomes your identity or your personality or how you show up in the world. And so when you look at it, trauma leads to conditioning. So your body is in survival mode. And a lot of times you end up asking yourself, well, what's wrong with me? Well, it's not so much that something is wrong with you, it's that your environment was not safe for your nervous system. And so your nervous system has learned how to survive. So your brain and your nervous system are connected and they're working in tandem with each other. So I want you to know you are not crazy. You are conditioned. You have learned how to survive. As Destiny's Child says, I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. Your brain and your nervous system has learned to survive. So this hypervigilance, this people pleasing, the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode, those are all things that your brain has learned to do to keep you safe, to help you survive. So the fight, that's that nook if you buck, okay? These are people who will pop off at the drop of a dime, okay? And a lot of times they don't even remember the things that they've said or done. The flight are people who got the exit stage left. They don't have time. Emotions show up. They get heightened. And they just immediately are like, I can't process with this. I can't deal with this. They escape. They flee. That's the flight mode. Okay, freeze is where you are overwhelmed. And you have just stopped processing. The emotions are everywhere. And you are just watching. It's like you're just almost like a prisoner in your body. You're just watching life happen around you. You feel powerless. And the last one is fawn, F-A-W-N. And that is like pleasing, wanting to make sure that everybody gets everything they need. We don't want any tension in the house. We want everybody to just be calm. And so I want you to think about those four responses that I gave you. And which one of those sounds more like you or more like your survival response? Because that's what we have to call that. It is a survival response. Because that's not how you would choose to show up. That's how you learned to show up. And so if something is learned, then it can be unlearned. That's the beautiful part about it. So when we're looking at how you learn to survive, these survival skills are adaptations. It is how you learned to survive in these situations that did not feel safe to you. And so safety is the key and the measure. And then you also sometimes will find your identity in your survival adaptations. You'll hear people say all the time, that's just who I am. That's love me or leave me. Why can't you just accept me for who I am? Because that is an acquired personality or identity. That's not who you chose to be. That's who your circumstances and situations has guided you to be. And so what my prayer and hope is that by listening to these videos, you will then be able to take back your choice. You will develop an awareness to where you realize, oh, that's what they've been doing. And I've just been doing it because it's what's always been done. But I actually get a choice. I can choose to do something different. I don't have to do what mom and them did. And I will tell you, if it doesn't fit your lifestyle, I would say examine it. Self-reflection is the key. That awareness that is opened when you look at yourself, when you do the internal reflection, and you see what's been done that's not working right with you or not feeling right with you, that is your awareness to change your narrative, to change the outcome. Yeah, you've been doing that, and you get to choose something else. When you see a pattern that's faulty, the word says to renew your mind. That means that you're bringing in new information. So if there's been a new opening for you, that's the opening for new information. So let's get it. That's what I'm here for, to bring the new information to you to apply to your life so that you can then be back in the power seat and not just responding and reacting based on how somebody else has treated you or how somebody else has said something to you, or and that you've taken those things on as your identity and your personality. You can have peace. You can have joy. You can have lasting friendships and relationships that feed you back. And that's once we break that pattern from what trauma has taught us how to survive. So again, we're live every Wednesday. Please tune in. There's a worksheet attached in the description box. So please do the work and come back and share what you've learned, or an aha moment, or a light bulb that went off for you. And if you have any topics that you would like for me to expound on, looking at theology, psychology, and neuropsych, looking at your spiritual walk, your emotional walk, and then your sensory, your nervous system, how your brain works, send me those questions. I would love to answer them for you. So be blessed and have a wonderful day.